Hi, welcome to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. And once again, with the backdrop for this month will be the Tuskegee Airmen. This is the outfit that won all kinds of awards, and they call this the Black Majors. Now, actually, what happens with this is you can go to the library and get this book and find out what a great fantastic job that these black flyers did in World War II. Okay, and our special guest today is Bryant Navier. He's from the Job Corps. You know Bryant, he's an old guy. He's been here many times because their program at Job Corps is very, very important, and it does an excellent job for the people here in these United States, not just here, all over the country. Welcome, Brian.
Oh, thank you for having me today.
Now, tell us, Brian, I know you're dealing with the communities. What is your position now? Give us a background on things that you're doing down there at Job Corps.
Sure. I'm a business community liaison at the Potomac Job Corps Center. Potomac Job Corps Center is one of 123 centers nationwide, Job Corps centers. And my main responsibility is to outreach to the community, to ensure that we as a center are involved with all the engagements in the community, as well as placing our students into the jobs and making sure that our students who graduate our center are leaving with the successful careers.
I think you do an excellent job. I always remember the one concerning the chef that you all trained, and he went and he become a chef on the cruise line.
That's right.
Saved over $40,000.
That's right.
Just a fantastic success. And you have a lot of successes down there. Tell us your particular job with the community. What do? You go out and recruit volunteers, or what is your function?
Well, we function, I function in many different directions.
Okay.
First of all, it's we do have an aspect of going on one-on-one basis and outreaching to different employment opportunities. But the most importantly is we are trying to collaborate the community efforts together with a need in the market, as well as the government entities. So it might be a workforce development collaborators where we might have different industries coming together and talking about the solutions on this unemployment, not only in our Ward 8 in Washington, D.C., but and overall in the metropolitan area of the District of Columbia. And that includes one of the very strong initiatives that is existing in Washington, D.C. It's a Ward 8 Workforce Development Council.
Development Council, and what are their functions?
The function is to collaborate and make sure that all the opportunities within the employment and within the social services are provided to the residents living currently in Ward 8, D.C., as well as the
when you said, you keep saying Ward 8 now, Ward 8, that's the metropolitan area, right?
It's the metropolitan area. It's the east of the river of the
so
Washington, D.C.
So the people won't think it's the council Ward 8.
No, it's Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
Ward 8, and that's where the center is located. It's right in the middle of the Ward 8, east of the river, and that part of the city is just drowning under the unemployment. Currently, there are over 30% of unemployment in that ward. It's one of the highest in the nation, and we need all the support, all the help to ensure that the residents are getting employed.
But it's not limited to individuals in Ward 8. This
Absolutely
is for
not.
the metropolitan area.
Metropolitan area of the District of Columbia. And let me get back with the overall Job Corps. Job Corps is located in 48 states, and plus Washington, D.C.
Right.
So it's actually 123 centers nationwide, and each center provides the career opportunity for the residents of those particular areas. Huge impact. Throughout the year, we have almost 60,000 students going through the Job Corps.
Is that right?
That's
60,000. Wow.
It's the nation's largest residential, educational, and career technical training program. for the youth ages 16 to 24. So any opportunities that we provide for the students are welcome in the community. So whenever we do the outreach to the community, first and all, we identify what Job Corps is, how much benefit it brings to the community, and with that being said, you know, it costs to the government up to $32,000 per year per student to go through the program. So
is
it's
that right? $32,000 for a
each
student to go through the program.
the Job Corps. However, the return for each dollar spent is approximately $1.70 for each student. So there's a great return for each investment that we do for our students, for our youth. And that, again, is something that we always outreach in the community, at the Capitol Hill, and you know, pretty much in all the government sectors as well. Job Corps has been around since 1964 for over 45 years now. And it's been bringing a lot of impact to the whole country. So over 2 million, in fact, over 2 million people now who went through the Job Corps since its inception in 1964.
Since 1964, over 2
million people have went through the Job Corps, and they changed their lives.
And we had some of the students, youngsters, and they're really impressed with your program that you have there, to the point that they are looking forward to being accepted into and getting their friends accepted into your program. Now, what do you have to do to qualify for that program?
Well, first of all, it's the poverty program. So the students have to be under a certain income level.
Certain income level?
Certain income level to qualify. And that is based upon each different states. So that information will be available if we can, you know, the people can go online to a dol.gov and then go to programs, go to Job Corps program, and find the outreach and admission office for a Job Corps for different states. Maryland has its own outreach and mission office, as well as Virginia and Washington, D.C.
Right.
So residents from those states will go through the outreach and mission offices to the Job Corps. And then, after all the information is being piled up and they have the folders created, they will select to the particular center that they will go to. So, for instance, the residents from the Maryland, they're not focusing just to stay in the Maryland center, but they can go to any centers throughout this region. And
well, suppose an individual moves from one region to the other. I mean, can they, for instance, they're here, and then the family or whatever moves to California.
Sure.
Can they qualify for the Job Corps out there?
Absolutely. They will have their residency in California, and through that residency, they will go to the outreach and mission office and be accepting Job Corps. And again, it's a free program. Free. When I say free, it's free for our residents. It costs money for our government, but we have been getting funding since 1964.
Yeah, so all the presidents apparently since 1964 think it's a great program.
Absolutely.
And I think that basically you're doing a terrific job there.
Thank you.
I think dealing with the young people is something that we really have to, you know, put emphasis on, because they need help in this economy and everything. The competition that, see, then what happens is they're new in the workforce, so they got a lot of competition. You got people out there for jobs, you know, that's have all types of experience, so it's very competitive. So your organization actually training the individuals, this really put them in a good spot. What about volunteers? Supposing someone like the evolutionary elders, somebody, you know, with all sorts of talent that's retired or something, want to take part in your program, how do they do that?
We welcome any type of support on our center. We do have servicing 480 students on center. We have 210 staff members. So we do have a
210 staff members.
Very good
Wow.
correlation between the students and staff. Nevertheless, every support counts, and speakers, tutors, mentors, any community support will be very welcome on center. And they can call me personally. My number, if you don't mind, I'll give it over the air.
Well, that's all right. You have it at the end of the show.
Okay,
Lorena.
okay,
Yeah,
very
right.
good, very good. So they can contact me, and we'll definitely welcome any community support.
Yes, because that's something too, is getting the elders involved, evolutionary elders, because there's so many of them that's very talented. I'm part of that group. And what we have to realize, we have to give back, you know, after we retire and everything. There's something that everyone can do to help someone else, because no one made it in this world by themselves. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? Somebody,
That's right.
So somebody took the ball, you know, and helped you to make it. So I think it's just very, very important that people give back. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Instead of you know, taking all the time. Okay. Tell us some of the programs, new programs. Do you have any new programs that you're coming?
Sure. We currently we offer 14 trades on our center. Our brand new trade is weatherization.
Weatherization.
Weatherization is a environmentally friendly trade now for the construction, and it's considered the advanced training program. So students who go to a weatherization trade, they have to complete a construction trade, 1 or 2 construction trades, and the students from different centers transferring to our advanced training program, and that certification is probably going to take another year for the students to complete. And when they complete weatherization, they'll be going out working in the construction industries.
And see, a lot of people don't realize the construction industry pays very well. You know what I mean? Usually, you know, people push the college, you know, but construction pays well. Boy, I know some people, boy, they, you know, they have, and the trade itself helps the individual to maybe start their own business. Well, I want to thank you for being here, and we're going to get your new director in here. He's busy. But I appreciate you coming, and the Job Corps is something that we really need, and I'm hoping that the president don't cut the Job Corps, because hey, you like cutting your throat, because it's something you have those youngsters out there that don't have anything. So I'll see you in a second.
All right.
Hi, welcome back to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. And this is Black History Month, and we have a very special background here. We're talking about Charles Flowers, the high school that was named after the black aviation from the Tuskegee Airmen. That was the 98th Squadron right here in Prince George's County. We honor Mr. Flowers and all the young men that served in World War II. They were #1. Doctor, welcome to the Ed Brown. This is Dr. Donald Shell. And just tell me, how's everything going now? Boy, with all the flu shots are over now, right?
Well,
are we still taking flu shots?
We're still getting flu shots. Thanks for having me back, Ed. People are still, not as many people, but some people are still getting flu shots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I thought the flu with this 70-degree, 80-degree weather, I thought the flu went out the window.
Well, the flu season's almost over, but it's not over yet. It actually doesn't finish until March, almost into April.
Almost into April. So you still have to get a flu shot.